Good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. It's me all the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, time is flying by. We got another weekend. We just, as you know, yesterday was the Nationals. We have just got some new IFBB pros. Congratulations to the ladies who earned their pro cards. Today is for the men's division. I don't care about the guys. My focus is on the ladies. It may not be the 80s, but I still love the ladies. So anyway, folks, here. I know it's a bit early for you guys. You're still just getting up this morning. Eating your breakfast. You're getting up and just getting the shower and getting stuff ready. Even though it's the weekend, you don't have to go nowhere. But I have here a lovely lady from the motherland, from South Africa. This is the third lady from South Africa I get to talk to. I've talked to lovely ladies like Blessed Christopher and IFB Pro level Tiana Flex. Great ladies. And this is another lady who I follow. She competes in figure. And it's a division that I see is still a good division. It's been around for a good bit. It's divisions where some ladies have, either developed and grown in that division or eventually transitioned because, there's so many other divisions in women's bodybuilding. So we have here is the lovely Miss Zoe Ndaba. If I want to make sure I got it perfect because we were working on this before we started. Because I was on a little earlier, but I got missed by it. But she can introduce herself and she can share how such a lovely, beautiful lady like herself got to sport, as I call it, muscle and masculinity. So please share with me your story, dear lady.
Good afternoon. Oh, well, good morning to you. My name is Zoe Ndaba. I go by the name the Lioness. So basically, I think I'm not. It hasn't been that long since I started bodybuilding. I only started competing in 2021. And how I got into it, it's just going to gym like every other lady, thinking I knew what I was doing. And then until I got spotted by a personal trainer who is now my coach. He just asked me if I would like or if I would ever think of doing bodybuilding. And at first I told him, hell no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want muscles. It's just not sexy. But then he tried to convince me, and then we started training, but we didn't have a set date in terms of a competition when we're gonna compete and anything like that. And he said, "Let me train you. If you like what you see in terms of your physique, then we can carry on. If in 3 months you're not happy with what you're seeing and everything, then we can just part ways. No feelings, no hard feelings and all of that." But yeah, so then that's how I got into it. We started training, and I'm there till now.
Yeah, that's pretty good because it's when getting to bodybuilding, it's a lot because especially and always there's always the issue about the muscle development because some ladies don't want to get too big because they don't want to lose their femininity. But when I always had a discussion with one lady, he says it's not about femininity, it's not about what you look, it's about your mindset and how you are and how you move.
Yeah.
We got some people already in here. This is a guy. He was ready for you. This is my man, balls deep. He says this. He says, "Good morning, gorgeous." Well, good afternoon for her. That's name balls deep. He says, Chicago in here. He's from Chicago. That's a little far west from where I stay at. Also, he says, smash the like button. Thank you, balls deep. He says, uh, blessings and peace and blessings, beautiful. He likes you. And also, I don't want to show you this, but he says,
We got
nice,
secrets now.
yeah, nice rack. In America, he's talking about your, but so anyway, so hey, I got some guys in here. Like I said, I told you earlier. Hey, when I get a new girl in here, say, George got a new girl. She's fine as a motherfucker. They get excited. So take your breath with this. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. You started. So what was your first show, and what was that first experience like for you?
So I think let's see. Well, we started training towards the end of 2019. There was that break during the pandemic, and then I first stepped on stage May 2021. And honestly, that moment when I walked on that stage, firstly, backstage, I was nervous, freaking out. But the minute I stepped on stage, it was like a whole different world for me. I've never been happier. Like the feeling I got on that day, it was like, wow, why haven't I been doing this? I think, not that I think, I know that's the day when I actually realized my true passion. I didn't know until I stepped on stage. Like, you know what, this is something that I really want to do. This is what I love. I actually enjoy being on stage than having to, work towards the body and everything else. I think I'm just made for it.
Yeah, I think everybody has a passion for a sport. We get to it at first; it's tough. It's not easy because one thing, as a woman, you have to diet, you have to this, you have to consistent, and and it's a lot of work getting to bodybuilding. It's not as easy. But see, it's the mindset of everybody thinking of bodybuilding. It's like, oh, everybody takes this steroids, take that, blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's not all that. It's about being consistent with your diet,
True.
following what your coach set up. I mean, there's a lot of work to this sport that most people, I think, will never truly understand.
And with that, with some of us, because with the sport not being so big in this country, I've got a full-time job. I'm a full-time corporate woman, so having to do the sport as something that I have to, squeeze in there and there, because obviously I've got to pay the bills. So work is work; it has to come first. So it becomes even more difficult having to factor in this. So I think if it wasn't a passion, then it would really be even impossible. But because I love it, I used to have this rule. Like my late dad would actually, he used to laugh at me because I had this rule that waking up before 6 a.m., it's just criminal. But now, no one forces me. I wake up at 4 a.m. just to go to the gym so that, I've got enough time to work towards the dream that I have regarding the sport. Then I can come back, do my work, and then later I go back to the gym again. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It changes your whole life, how you live, and it's a lot. I honestly don't want to lie and tell somebody it's like, no, just do bodybuilding. If your mindset is not right, you're not gonna crack it, and you
Yeah,
have to be willing to sacrifice.
yeah, because there's a lot of sacrifice. You're like, I know. I talk to some ladies. Sometimes friendships have been sacrificed because sometimes you can't go out and hang out with your friends like you used to. And I understand not
Yeah.
get. I had quite a few jobs, and and I used to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My family, we worked on farms and sharecropping, and my parents had to get up 5 o'clock and had to go work the fields and get back home to like the time it gets dark. I mean, that's tough. But this sport, I think one thing the athletes should get more consideration, more assistance, and you have a full time job, and
Mm.
just try to find time between the train. I know your coworkers what they feel and think about when you come in the gym. We come to work, especially you just come in, you just go to the gym, you come into work. What's that like on your job?
So I'm quite fortunate that the job that I do is quite flexible, so it's hybrid. I don't always have to be at the office. So most days I work from home. We go into the office like once or twice a week. So it's kind of flexible like that. And besides, even the days when I do go to gym, because I mean go to the office, I go to gym very early. So I'm the first person to actually arrive at the office because I get to the office around up to 6, 7. Because as soon as I'm done with gym, then I'm there. And I
But well, folks, we just lost connection. I don't know what happened. We'll check, see what's going on. I think we just lost connection. Let's see. Hope she's reconnect. I don't know if it's on my end. It shouldn't be. You know, Let me check something else, folks. Let me just go into the other guy mode. You know.
Hello.
Hello, we're back, folks.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. My other phone just switched off, so I had to switch phones now.
It happens sometimes. This is the thing about life. Perfect thing isn't perfect. We got some people coming in here. You know, this is says, "Damn George, you got one job." Hey, forget you, balls deep. You can go balls deep and butt whatever. Also, we got a hater here. This is my man Clown. You can do this job right. Well, you're the clown, fool. That's my man X Gucci 23. He's a hater. Because exit, you can't talk to a pretty woman like this. You're at home right now. You know, but yeah, like I said, folks, it's just things that happen. All right, technology. She said her phone was not on me. Forget
No,
y'all.
it's
Y'all can
not
get
you.
the
It's
hell out.
not you at all. Like it was on my side. I don't know what happened. It just switched off, but I've got back up. I made a plan. I'm back.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's my other guy says that, I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog kicking cars.
Well,
Sorry.
this woman got a plan.
Yeah. Well, this is from a man here, Balls Deep. He says she's sexy and swole as AF. Also, this is from man XA. He said this earlier, but I had to pick up the other shit. It says, "Good morning, Big George and Queen Anaba." Anaba. He's a fan. He's my brother. We talk about MMA and stuff like that. Also, he says, keep up the good work, fam. Thank you. And he says all love to you, brother. I mean, love you too. And he says, and this is from me. He says, we're all good now. Well, we better be good, ball. So anyway, as we were rudely interrupted by her phone, and we were talking how it's like I said, it's when you work in your job, and
Yep.
takes a lot of time, and you have to go to work, train, and try to also maintain a level of competitiveness, holding the full time job. That's a lot for a lot of women
Yeah.
because some ladies, if I know who I follow, they do some things to supplement their income. I don't know
Yeah.
something that you would do, but it's just in bodybuilding. It's not a lot, especially as an amateur. There's not a lot of money coming towards your way unless you get sponsorship. So, do you have
Well,
any
there's no
sponsors?
money.
Yeah, but do you have any sponsors other than just you working all that stuff?
So I don't have like companies that sponsor me per se. I just do have certain individuals that really believe in me and support me. I'm quite fortunate in that extent where when I have to go and compete, so they do assist me a lot. And also at the same time with my job, so most of the things it's like I pay for myself because I try not to burden people a lot, but I've just have a very few, like a handful of people that I know I can always just rely on. But I don't have any companies. I haven't really gone out to try, get sponsorship. But that's something that I'm planning on doing next year. I've just recently built up a profile that I will be starting to share. I think the past 2 years it's just been about me building the physique, trying to build a name in the sport, get in there. Now I think with having have the physique that I have, I can start, tempering to try and get support from companies.
That's good because I think that's one thing that, especially even the pro levels, a lot of these ladies are paying out of their pockets. The
Yeah.
cost of competing for you women is way more expensive compared to the men. Because I keep saying this, all guys got to do is get the tan, get a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. While you ladies, it costs for you hair, makeup, tanning, your suits. That costs you a lot of money. Your food you got to eat,
Exactly.
your coaches you have to pay because and we're talking earlier, you have a posing coach is a legend. So share everybody who's your posing coach.
So my opposing coach, I started with her sometime this year at Sydney Gillen.
Sometime, sometime, sometime.
so, so for me, I think it is just one of those things. If you want to be the best, then you have to learn from the best. I couldn't settle for anything less than the best. So hence why I chose her.
Yeah, because I think I know one of my favorite female bodybuilders that is Andrea Shaw. Oh my God, Andrea Shaw, I love her. A while back, I just got a lady who I've become friends with. She got me an autograph magazine for that magazine for muscle and development, and I just appreciate that for her doing that. She's working with Sydney and also Whitney Jones. They got a show coming up
Yes.
next year, and that is in the Triple O Classic, being Sydney, Whitney Jones, and Andrea, all Olympia competitors and
Yeah.
champions. And it's good I reach out to her for interview. I hope maybe we can get one down the line, but it's good to work with someone like her. I mean,
Yeah.
I heard her people say she's a pretty good poser, and a pretty good posing coach.
Yeah, she's very strict too. Like, like, like she doesn't, when you're posing and then you stop. It's like, oh, no, who said you must stop? We're starting again from scratch. Whatever we've done doesn't count anymore. Then we got like she's quite a tough cookie. Which is what we need actually. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
she's
she's
perfect.
so she's like a drill sergeant. She said, "Can't get in place."
No, she is. No, she is. I think it's mostly from the passion that she has. You can see it's something that she loves. So if you're gonna come and play, I think she takes it very personally, which is why she is the way that she is.
Yeah. We have a question for Balls. He says he has to wonder you who inspired you. Who really inspires you? Maybe not just all around life, and not just in the sport alone, but in life in general. You would say.
Yeah, so in the sport, obviously there's different women that I do look up to, but I don't have like a specific role model. But in life in general, it has to be my mom. My mom has been through the most. She's one female who had to drop out of school like very early before she even started high school. She started looking after her family, working, grinding for all of us. She worked as a maid, but I don't remember one day where we went to bed hungry. I don't remember one day where she complained, and said life is not fair. She's always been that person to say, once a seed is planted or once you think of doing something, it means you can do it and you're gonna make sure that you do it. So she's always driven us to be the best that we could be. And she said, whatever you do in life, I just don't want you to ever settle for less, and I don't want you to live the life that I've lived. So she's done everything in her power to make sure that our lives are better than the life that she lived. Because she dropped out, I think she was even barely a teenager when she started working to look after her family. So yeah, so I look up to her a lot.
That sounds like my mom. My mom married my father when she was 16. My oldest sister, she's in her 60s. And I have me and my younger brother are the last two of her children. There were supposed to be seven of us, but right now there's only four of us because I had a couple of siblings that passed away. My mother, she had to raise, like I said, six kids, two grandkids, and this is the reason why I started this because of her, because she got sick, and I was taking care of her, and and it was hard to see this strong black woman, my mother, going through what she was going through. She passed away in 2020 because she got the virus, but she raised me to be the best man I could be. And I can, this is the reason I enjoy talking ladies like this, because you find something in common with somebody, especially this is a lady in another part of the world. She's from the motherland. We have she's African, I'm black. We have a connection genetically, but we're different people. But that shout about shout out to your mother. She's a great lady. I hope she's proud of you. I hope we shout out to your
She
mom.
is.
What's your mother's name?
Togo.
Toko.
Can you?
Okay.
Yeah, oh wow, you said it right.
Hey, that's okay. Hello, Miss Toko. Thank you. You have a beautiful daughter, and we appreciate the time. So we got here. This is from my man Balls Deep. He says, I don't usually ask him, but he says, flex for me, baby girl. I don't know why he wants to. So she's not flexing for you, Balls Deep. I know what you want.
He can go into my IG. He can then I flex me.
Yeah. You know what? While we're here, she just mentioned her IG. We're gonna dip into her social media and check out some pictures. I know you guys, we see this pretty chocolate sister right in front of you,
He's
and
sneaky.
yeah, and when you're on the stage, they rock hard. You rock hard. But guys, here's a rule. I tell guys this, and this is just no offense to you, though. No D pics. Stop it. Don't do that. Get some help. Women don't like that. Come on. So yeah, they don't. So here we go. We're gonna go in here social media real quick, and we're gonna see some pictures here. And this is from I think this is when you get your this is with your first competition, right?
No, no, no. So this was last year. So my first comp was 2021. So this was last year. It was the SA Champs. Yeah, so yeah, this is last year.
You look pretty good. I mean, you like the red hair. You know, what's that feeling when you won these trophies? When you did so well. We got a little video here, and it's just like she's moving out there
Yes, baby
gracefully.
girl.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. You just yeah, yeah. Hey guys, keep calm, keep calm. I mean, you have, I would say, a wonderful body. I mean, it's the look that I think they want to see more in figure. Where if you look at now the divisions, the women are getting a lot bigger. Yeah,
Yeah, getting you.
yeah, yeah,
But like the funny thing is, at the pro level, they are quite big, but for some reason, amateur, you get a bit penalized when you get to the size that the pros are, which sometimes is a bit, like yeah, because for me, I think if you're gonna get a pro card as an amateur, you should be having the pro uh, physique. So yeah, so it's a bit
yeah.
yeah.
And this is from which? This is one of your which
This
your last
is
comp?
recent. This is now. So last Saturday. So this was the morning, just a few hours before I stepped on stage on Sunday, on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. And how well you do with the show? What show you was competing at?
So this was the APC Africa. It was happening in Cape Town here in South Africa. So I came second. Yeah, so 2 weeks prior to this, I haven't posted those pictures. Actually, I need to post. I actually did the Olympia Amateur in India, where I also got second place.
It looks pretty good. I mean, here he is, right here. This a little montage video I saw, and here's the ladies that she with here. Who's the lady right there? There's Blessing right there in the middle. You know,
Yes, yes, Blessing and Lady Red, is another great competitor. Yeah, Lady Red, she does both physique and figure.
yeah. I know a lot of ladies do that, the double dip, because we just had the nationals, and some women do both physique and figure
Figure,
because
yeah.
yeah, because especially how divisions are starting to melt. And here's another view here with another lady. I seen, I mean, the physique division has some very lovely ladies. Figure division, I mean too. But you look pretty good. I mean, and you took second. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's pretty good, I guess. There's people who've been doing this for long, and they don't place. So yeah,
Yeah, it's tough
can't
because
complain. We don't like, I can't say obviously. I'm happy with taking second because I don't think anyone goes to compete and prepared to take second place. But when you do get it, it's just a matter of you going back to the drawing board. What is it that you need to work on and improve on, and then bring a better package next time and hopefully get gold.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, a lot of work because you know what? It's not easy. It's not. And I know no one wants to be second. Everybody wants to be first. So like that old movie,
Exactly.
Talladega Nights, when Ricky Bobby said, like, if you're first, if you're not first, you're always the last. But and I learned that quite a few from bodybuilders I talked to, they have that Ricky Bobby mentality that you're not first. And this is like, I like this here, this nice little dress. Ooh, wow, she looks, yeah.
Yeah, so this is me at work. Yeah, this is the other side of me. So the only
Yeah.
time you see me wearing a dress when I'm at work.
Yeah, this at work. Yeah. I wouldn't mind being your coworker here and in here with another lovely lady here. Who's the lovely lady right here beside you?
So this is a friend of mine, Maite. She competes in a different federation. As you can see with those legs and the bum, she's wellness.
Yeah, I could tell. Like I said, a friend of mine, we talk like wellness is good for us women with those strong Afro genetics. Especially since you're all from Africa, you have those strong genetics. But usually, I think the women who win in those divisions now are more in are from Brazil. And this is a comparison. This is with your first show here and your a show you did a while back. Right here, this is like
July,
television.
yeah.
And, you really can see how much has changed. You look more like maybe right here, this first picture, you look more like bikini, where even bikini girls are looking like at that level. And then here, yeah, you look a little more figure. You have, like I said, you have a great physique, and I think you look, really impressive. You should be proud of yourself.
No, I am, especially when I look at my pictures from where I started and now. We've really worked hard with my coach. I couldn't be happier. I'm very, very proud of us. I think it's a lot of work that we've put in. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, happy. I was actually saying to him the other day, I can't believe that I actually now have my body goal, because the physique that I have has been, a goal way. When I looked at women that look like me, I'm like, I want to have that, that body. That's the goal. That's the goal. And now I'm my own body goals. Who can complain?
Hmm. Now, who's your coach, and how long y'all been together?
So my coach, Tlantla Matebula, in physiques. So I've been with him since we started. So he's the guy that discovered me. So I've been with him. So most likely I'm gonna obviously still stay with him because I'm still happy. And he got me from Norway. I wouldn't be doing the sport if it wasn't for him. I didn't even know bodybuilding was a competitive sport until he introduced it to me. So yeah, so he's been my coach since when I started competing in 2021, and he's still my coach now.
That's good that you have this good relationship, because that's a good thing that you want to have a relationship with your coach. I know some
Yeah,
people talk about how sometimes they jump from a coach because things not working out, and then also some coaches will, especially in bodybuilding, they'll give a plan that might work for a man, but as you know, men and women, we're different. We're same species, but we're different breeds of species, because what can work for a man doesn't work for a woman.
yeah.
And he's gotten you where you are right now, and you look like he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, you should be proud of your coach and of yourself again.
No, 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 very much so. And then what I like, what I like about him is he's quite straightforward. He's honest. We've got a very open relationship, with him. There's like when as much as he's a coach, he knows better than me. But there's obviously, if there's certain things that probably my body doesn't do well with, or I don't feel comfortable doing, I'm open to say to him, okay, I see this is what, but is there a way we can do it a different way? Because I don't feel comfortable with A, B, and C. And then he's quite flexible. We've got that relationship, between him, myself, as well as my doctor. So yeah, so I'm quite fortunate to have someone like him.
That's good that you have a doctor that helps you out, because people understand that this is tough, because especially you're changing the aspects of a woman's body. We don't see the idea of, especially here, especially in the States. America is, even though it's supposed to be this really cool kid, it's based on old fashioned ideals. You're in Africa, where it's very old fashioned country. Even though you're in South Africa,
Yeah.
it's still Africa. It still has ideas of what women should be. Like people like Tiana and Blessing and many other ladies from your area. They're defying or changing the ideas of what people have traditionally think a woman should be. You should be soft, feminine. Like I said, she is attractive, ladies, folks. I mean, sitting right here, we were talking earlier, and she's an intelligent lady. But the fact is that it may be not what everybody thinks what women should be. You doing what you
Yeah.
want to do. We got here from
Exactly.
man James Henry. He says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, James. Also, happy holidays, everyone. Same to you, brother. We got here from AVZ1. He says, wow. I mean, like I said, I said again, I keep saying this. Okay, when I get a new girl on here, they act like, you remember episode of Chappelle Show where Charlie Murphy meets Prince and they meet Mickey Free, and said like they thought Mickey Free was a chick. Said, "Yo, Shalimar got a new girl. She's fine as a motherfucker." That's how they act. You're like Mickey Free, Shalimar. They're acting, you are a girl and you are fine as a motherfucker. I'm gonna say it like that. So this is one thing I think. Balls needs to have a question. So he's like to know, when's your next competition? So as we know, the year's about over, I would say. So is there any plans to do any more shows, next year, or are you just gonna say take time and just really do a little growing season?
Yeah, so we're not planning to compete during the first half of the year. So we are definitely taking some time just to improve on certain aspects of the physique, and also just for my body to get a bit of a break. I try not to do too many shows in a year. I think this year I had just only planned to do two. I ended up doing three. So if I am gonna compete next year, we're still gonna have a discussion with my coach when exactly, because he's busy with my plan at the moment. Then we, obviously work it backwards, based depending on the dates that there's other shows that we've looked at. So we just need to pin it down. Which one will we be able to do in terms of by when do we think would have achieved the changes that we need to make with the physique. So right now there isn't a specific show, but definitely not early in the year. If it is next year, it's gonna be later in the year.
Because, like I said, that is the thing is you want to, find the right show to work with you, especially with your time. You got to travel, from one shows, and I think it's not as many. I think pro qualifiers in South Africa compared to like if you can go to Europe or come to the
Yeah,
States, and it just about timing also. Because sometimes you want to come in just the right condition. And I know
yeah.
you don't want to keep being second. You want to win. You want to stand on top. You
Of
want to
course,
be
like no, that's the thing because you can't go back to a show then you are given the same feedback. So you make sure when you do the next show you work on the improvements that you were told to work on, and you bring a better package. So if anyone wins when you bring your best package, then they really must have really worked hard, and or it mustn't like be an obvious thing that they just walked on stage and took it like I fight on stage. I don't think there'll ever be a point where I'll just walk up and it's like, okay, you take it. So when I go on stage, I make sure I'm at my best, to make sure that I fight, and then may the best man win for the day, depending obviously on the criteria for the day.
yeah. Well, he said the best man. You're not no man. You are a pretty woman. I ain't gonna
No,
say
you know
that.
what?
Yeah, I know. We got here. This is from I think you may pronounce the name because I think they know you. You know, I don't know the he or she.
Oh, my baby.
Yeah. Can you pronounce the name for me so I don't mess it up?
Letu. It's Letu
Letu. Oh,
Dlamini.
Letu Damini. Thank you, Letu. Queen Z. Proud of you, my beautiful friend. Thank you for coming. Does she compete also, or is she just a friend?
No, no, no. She doesn't compete. That's my smart friend. Like she's the brains. She's the brains. She doesn't compete. We were colleagues first, and then we became friends. So we met at work. That's
Uh-huh.
my darling.
That's good to have because I know I talk to some ladies that they've lost friendships because getting to sport, people, especially people that grew up with them and they don't know and understand it. Like you talk about your mother, and what was her thoughts when she told you, "Mommy, I'm going to be a bodybuilder." What was her thought? Says, "Oh my God, I don't want my baby to be so big to be managed." I can hear
So
her
I did.
saying it.
I didn't tell her anything until when I did my first competition. And most of the time when I'd go home, I would cover up. Only I think I was 2 weeks out from my first comp, and then she saw my physique. She was a bit, scared a little bit. I was like, okay, please come to my show. She's like, ooh, 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 no, I don't think I'll be able to watch you. It looks painful. It's like, no, 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 it looks painful. But other than that, I think she saw how happy I was. She's super supportive. Like I'm blessed with one of, I know everyone says this, their mom is the best, but I've never had a time where I would do something and my mom wouldn't support me. The only thing she would ask me, am I happy? Does it make me happy? And she supports me throughout. She would even fight for me and stand up for me, when other people are trying to say negative things. So she's super supportive. She's super, super supportive.
That's great because you know what, our mothers, especially for us boys, our mother's the first one we ever loved. I loved my mother. She was my riding partner. We lived together for such a long time, and I miss her. And she inspired me to be the person who I needed to be, who I wanted to be. She often told me, "Say, George, sometimes you got to be careful what you say, how you say, because I know you are." But it's good that you have people like your friend here, your mother is supporting you, and it's tough because the fact that people, even though you're in a division where I think it's very more not as extreme compared to physique or women's bodybuilding. It is still a division that some people say it's not a traditional division, but it's a division where a lot of competitors eventually go to when they evolve in their path as an athlete. But as we said earlier, the division is starting to change a bit.
Yeah.
One of the biggest shows that's here in the States is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. And last year they kicked your division out of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. And that's it's not fair. They did it with women's physique, they did it with women's bodybuilding, but still your division is a division where I think it's a lot easier turnover. compared to women's bodybuilding physique, because it takes a lot of time to develop that size of muscle. Now,
Yeah.
and one thing also, the thing is wearing those clear heels. Those high heels. One of my jobs used to work in is we here is you might call it, it's a gentleman's club, but in the hood we call it the booty club, and the girls always wearing the heels. What was that, that feeling when you first standing on that stage, walking around wearing those clear heels?
I've always been a lady, like so heels is my thing. I never had issues. I think that's one of the reasons I'm gonna stay in figure. I don't wanna let go of those clear heels. I love them heels. I think just the whole, when you walk on, wearing those heels compared to barefoot, the ladies still look good, the physique ladies, but I still want to keep my heels. I don't want to let go of my heels. So I've never had issues. I love it. I can work a heel. I can work it.
Well, I know some ladies say once they get off to when they get teach for the judge to say, I think you might need to switch division. Say, oh yeah, kick off the stairs, kick off the top hoppers. They're happy to get them off, But yeah,
Not me, no, no.
actually,
I'm keeping my heels.
I was interviewing one lady. She said she does her cardio. She's on a treadmill wearing her high heels. Say that's you gotta she told me that. You ever think about doing that?
No, I wouldn't take that risk. Nah, nah. Mm-mm. That's right. I wear them when I'm home. Especially once when I'm in prep, like the 14 weeks of prep. When I'm home, I'm in heels throughout. Walking around because I just strike a pose whenever, whatever I'm doing, I pose in between. So I wear my heels, but I wouldn't take it to the extent that I wear them at the gym now.
Yeah, you always get a cardio machine. Just going home. You just walking here and say, "Hey, I'm just walking, just chilling, girl." So, yeah, like I said, it is a tough. Like I said, yeah, I was talking with Tiana. It's not a lot of opportunities for you, especially I think for her division than it is for your division in South Africa. But I think that it's really the NPC is really growing over
Yeah,
there. I mean,
it is.
I know. Last time I talked with Blessings, I think she's supposed to be doing a show. I know a lot of ladies would love to come here to the States, where there's more
Yeah.
opportunities for yourself. If you could do a show here, especially getting your pro card, what would you that show would you want to do?
That's a tricky one. That's a really tricky one.
That's what I'm
I,
coming at.
I would have loved to do the show, the nationals. I think that would have been, and but the other show that it's not a pro qualifier. This show that normally happens around May.
Oh,
I
the
think.
orange, the peach
Um,
show.
Yes. So I think for me that it's more of, getting the exposure, and getting to meet the people, be seen, be out there, just let the judges get familiar with your face. So that's another show because it's the show is quite big and it's got the right level of attention, the right people, so yeah, those are the shows that I would love to target where the right people are actually on those shows.
Yeah, because I interviewed a lady. Her name is Rachel Wall. She just got her pro card at that show. Shout out to Rachel. Congratulations to her.
Oh yes, I saw. I
National.
think I saw you posted it like a few. Yeah, yeah, you posted
Yeah,
it
because
today. Yeah.
she served our country in the military. She's a mother. She's a very smart, intelligent young lady, and she actually was top four at the Olympia amateurs, but she didn't get her pro card there. But I felt like I told her, say,
Oh
hey,
yes.
you gonna get your pro card here. We got here. This is from a man balls deep. Yeah, say this is a dope interview. Yes, it's a dope interview. It's just like I said, I love talking, especially to a beautiful woman like herself right here. She's on the side of the world. I mean, I love talking to women like this because you know what? People need to understand what you ladies go through as competitors. It's tough, and to understand that this, like I said, let's say it again. This is a sport that's not easy, and we said earlier the sacrifice you have to make, the time, the money you put into it, your mindset,
Yep.
it's just so much to this.
So you basically, I think, you know, the mind is, I think, the toughest part of it. And having have because my job is quite challenging. I've got a very challenging job, and I hold quite a senior position as well. So with that already, that it makes it more challenging. And then also the people around you, it makes it even more challenging because every day, luckily I've learned to just switch people off. because we've got a whole lot of ignorant people out there, especially men who don't have the muscles that we have. Those are the ones that give us the tough time, telling us we look like man, we look like a man. How far do you want to take this and all of that, and then you ask yourself sometimes, you look at one like telling you look like a man. I'm like, but you don't look like me, so what does that say about you?
Well,
But
yeah, it be guys like me with boobs talking about you look a man. You're like I got titties bigger than you. No, dude, come on.
so you're fighting a whole lot of things now, family time. Yeah, it's. No, I think if probably you were getting paid for just being an athlete, it would be better. It would never be easy. It would be better, but with having to try and balance, I don't know. Most people say they can balance. I don't know what balance is. Whatever I'm doing at that time, I give 100% to that, and then when I move from that, do something else. I don't know how to balance. Like honestly, it's quite tough.
Yeah, like I
It's
said,
really tough.
like with me, I'm a kind of guy who lives in anarchy and chaos. I'm just a dog kicking cars. I just I don't have a plan. I never have a plan, but I can really work around things where I need to and have to. And that's the thing about this sport. You have to find a time when you go. I gotta go to the gym. I gotta get my sleep. I gotta eat this. I gotta because like how many like especially one thing is how many meals a day you have to eat. Because I know even though it's just we eat one meal a day.
So six. No, no, I eat 6 meals. So like I'm the total opposite of you saying you just find time to do. I need to know what's happening when. So I can't be spontaneous where you're just gonna drop by like, hey, let's drive to. No, I can't. I need to know where I'll be driving to, when, what time, because I need to make sure I pack enough meals, I've got enough water throughout, and I need to make sure that when we're back, I've got enough time to rest. Because any of those things between food, water, rest, and training, I can't take out anything from it because I need all of it. So I need to make sure I sleep my 7 to 8 hours, if the most. But then, so if you're gonna want to take out of that, then we're gonna have a problem. And then if you're gonna want to take me out, whereas we're going to a place I don't have my food, we're also gonna have a problem. If I don't have enough water, we're gonna have a problem. If I have to be late for a gym session because of you, so then your life becomes very structured, and that also falls into even my work life. Now, then you become hard on other people because you're so structured and you expect everyone else to be structured. And I think that's when it gets a bit challenging with work because I expect other people, to. I'm like, if I can do it, why can't you? Which is not right.
Well, yeah,
So
I know.
yeah,
So I'm kind of scattered mind sometimes. I just wait a minute. Did I take my medication this morning? Did I quickly? I mean, I know people want you have to be regimental when you do what you
yeah,
do. You have to have a set plan, and that's the thing about the sport. It's everything is planned out.
yeah,
It's spontaneous. You have what time you have to be at the gym. You have time when you go talk to your coach. You have time when you have to eat. You have a time when you have to, rest. You have time when you do your recovery. You have to. Everything has to be, as I said again, consistent. And if you're not
yeah.
consistent, this is not a sport for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's why I struggle personally. So it could be different from other people. So usually after a show, the 3 days after the show, my say like, 'cause I'm like, what's the plan? He's like, no, just relax. Do you just chill, there's no plan for that day. I want you to just do you, because then we're gonna start your plan 3 days later. Then I get stuck. Oh, okay, well then what do I do now? Because I don't have a plan. I normally know I need to eat at this time and this is what I need to eat, and now he's telling me freestyle. What is that? Like, so it becomes tricky because I want to follow a plan. So when there's no plan, oh, okay. And I've gotten so bad to a point where when I walk in the house, I put keys at a certain place, my phone at a certain place. So if I don't put it there, I'm gonna struggle the following day because it needs to be here. So if it's not here, then where is it? Then I start freaking out. So like you become like a robot, if I can say that.
It
So
sounds like
yeah,
a bit
but
like
it's quite yeah.
OCD. It sounds a bit like OCD, but I can understand. So,
No, no,
folks,
there's no such thing as OCD. It's just about putting something where it should be.
mhm,
So that's not
yeah.
OCD. It's just putting things at the right place.
Okay, I understand now. Well, folks, we're not gonna hold her much longer because we know she is a busy woman. She has things to do, And and this sport, like I said again, it is a sport about understanding the aspects of what goes into it. The work you got to put into it, the time you got to put into it. I know. If one thing should happen here, especially for you ladies and gentlemen in the lower ends, there should be more assistance, especially as you got to pay to compete. The cost of so again the cost of doing these shows because you got to pay interest fees, and
Yeah.
then the travel and stuff like that. I think if anything, organizations like the NBC, IFBB, all these organizations should take care of their athletes. Like if you do a show and you win, you should get your entry fee back because you know what that's like. Okay, if you like, some competitors will do two divisions, so I don't know how much it costs in in your price, your money. I forget what's the money, your money. How it is, but you
Right.
here you might be paying $600-700 doing two shows, or you might just pay 300 for doing just one division. And I think that should be something that would be considered for you athletes, because hey, that's something you can put in your pocket and put towards your next process, even like you can maybe put it towards another suit or maybe to something
Yeah,
else.
definitely.
Yeah. We got here. This is from a man, Balls. He says, "Merry holidays, thank you, Balls Deep." And also, he's like, this is for him. He's like being on a dating line. He's like says, how's your day, sweetie? I mean, you came a little late, brother. I mean, you should have been say that. You gotta be a little smoother when you do that. Say like, hey, baby, how you doing? How's your day? I mean, you look lovely today. That's how you gotta be, guys. You gotta remember, y'all still women. People don't think like this. Y'all still women. And and the guys who are talking about, hey, try to be a man, they try to be a yeah. Those guys. Then you have the other guys who kind of like, wow, she's cute. I mean, she has a nice body. Yeah.
Mm,
They Those are the guys when I say anytime I usually say, hey guys, no D pick, because women don't like that. Young ladies just to be treated like a woman. And and that's what we need to remember, that you are an athlete, you have a full-time job, you are doing this sport because you love this sport. Instead, again,
yep.
I wish there was more for you ladies in sport, especially we get to the top levels. Now it could be the guys still making the big money. That's you ladies do a show, you might be lucky. You like I talked to ladies how you just competing more, like you're putting more something into it than getting out of it. And I think you should get more out of it as an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So we're gonna have
that's
this.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna say this before we head out and leave, and let her enjoy the rest of the day. What would you like to see change in your aspect in the sport?
I think it's just supporting what you just said now. Having to firstly at amateur level, I think because those shows mainly it's more you giving in. You don't really get much out. So I think things like getting your registration feedback can really help. Or when you win a show, then your pro qualifier. So if you win your regional, the pro qualifier should be catered for. Or and if possible, getting money at shows, winning money, or getting hooked with sponsorships, such things that would really, really help. Even, at the big level, with the amount of money, obviously the men get more compared to the females, but that's just everywhere. That's just everywhere where sports where men are competing, they always get more compared to females. So would love to have a point where everyone is looked the same. If you're an athlete, either female or male, you should be treated the same and you should be awarded the same. But we don't know if it would ever get there because that's not just in bodybuilding; it's all sports. Because look at soccer, same thing is happening. So so just more of that, more recognition, financial recognition. It would really go a long way. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's one thing. Like here in the states, we have the WNBA, and they ladies don't make as much money as the guys in the NBA. I mean, I do content on women in mixed martial arts, like fighting, boxing. Some women don't even make that much money compared to like guys like Floyd Mayweather. He he made a lot of money in his time. Even one of the top female bodybuilders, boxers, don't even make as much, you know, than even a guy who doesn't have a title or even ranked in the world of boxing. And I think, yeah, it's always going to be that. It's always about going to be pace between men and women. Like I said,
Yeah,
I love Andrea Shaw. I wish he gets $100,000 for Miss Olympia instead of getting $50,000. I mean, she can, she's doing some good stuff. My shout out to her.
amazing.
I mean, even Sid deserved, because the guy, Samson Dua, who took third at the Olympia, he gets $100,000, while Sid, Andrea, well, Sarah doesn't worry about because she's a rich man's wife, and some of the other competitors, they get less. The guy who's third place at the Olympia gets more than the champions, the
The
four-time
like
champions, and the seven-time
seven-time
champion.
champion, like
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think she's not hurting. She enjoy does what she do. I think
yeah,
she's so close to right now. She surpassed Corey Everson and a couple other guys who in Olympia for the title with seven. She's just one show away from Ronnie and Linda Murray, and she's really three shows away from tying with Iris Kyle.
Iris, yeah.
Yeah, and and there's a good chance she might surpass Iris. People could say like, well, it's
She's still
figure.
young, you know. She's
Yeah,
got,
still
yeah, she's
young.
still
Yeah,
young.
yeah, still young. It's figure, but it's Olympia. It's Olympia title. It doesn't matter if it's man or woman. If she hits 11, she will surpass Iris, who has 10. People say, oh, Ron has 8, but Iris has 10.
Same.
10.
You see,
10
that's,
times.
I think that's, yeah, like it's there'll always be that men, are being, looked at much more superior than females. I think that's a battle we're gonna be fighting for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Well, it's not nothing. Well, like I said, it's always old thing. It's always war between men and women, but we shouldn't war between each other. We should love each other. So, yeah. So, folks, like I said, I enjoyed talking to the lovely Zoe here. Yeah, and I think she's a smart, intelligent young lady. I hope she does get her opportunity to become a pro. Love to see her compete here in the States if she ever gets a chance to. But this is what I would love people out here to do. If you're interested in sponsoring her, I know she's outside the world, and it doesn't take much. A little here, a little there to help out these ladies a long way. Maybe something that maybe offset the cost of her posing suit, cost of her supplements and other stuff she uses. Or if you're someone who has a product, you want to use someone as a model. You know, but here's some guys out there. There's those guys out there saying like, "So you're pretty, yo, Lioness, yo, Roy. I think, yeah, yeah." No, not that guy. No, that's it. Not Miss Mrs. Nala. I would love to sponsor you if I possibly can and help in your process as an athlete. So let us know what you want to do. We have a plan. We set it. We will pay you for your time. We'll pay you for this. We take care of. Make sure you take it because you are our athlete. You are a representative. That's what we need to see more in this sport. Like I said again, if you are so interested in following her, if you're interested, maybe even sponsoring her social media stuff is in the description. Follow her, and reach out to her. Be genuine in your interest. If you're interested in sponsoring her, don't be that guy. And also, guys, I keep telling you. Uh, I know we ladies on. You saw those pictures earlier. You saw the video. She's all shredded. She's buffed out. And there's a small saying we say, "We ladies rock hard. We rock hard." But don't, guys. No D pics. Stop it. Women don't like that. That's not sexy. That's not
No.
attractive. No. Why do that? Promises. We got a couple more things from my man Ball Steve. He says this. He says, have a good day, beautiful. You have and also he says, you know, uh, she gained a new fan. Yeah, balls deep. And also I'll put a little something on her phone bill. So, yeah, yeah, balls deep always saying that. I don't know if he keeps his word, but like I say, But Zoe, I really appreciate your time. I'd like to thank you. I hope everything goes well with you. Like I said, if you ever want to come back on here and if something like you say, just shoot the shit every now and then and let us know what's going on, you are a welcome guest. If you get to see Blessed again, tell us say hello.
I
Maybe we
will.
get
I will.
yeah. If you run to Tiana, tell us say hello. I would love to have you ladies. Maybe we might do like I gotta get really more early in the morning, get you all three on, maybe just have a talk discussion about the things you need to do, especially for you ladies on the other side of the world, South Africa. I mean, maybe someday, like one thing, maybe somebody will reach out and give you an opportunity because, like I said, here in the States, there's more opportunities for y'all. You can,
Yeah.
get some work here because I think, especially after the show, I know some talking to some ladies, they do the photo sessions because that's the way to make a little money from between the shows because the amateurs you don't get paid much, and that does help you circumvent some of your income, which especially with your job. I think anything as an athlete, you should be getting just as much as benefits and the rights as any other sports. But
Yeah.
bodybuilding still is a fringe sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got
No,
here.
and oh, sorry. Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say it was my absolute pleasure to be here. And as we're talking about women, not being looked at, and given, the platforms or the appreciation that we deserve, but we're grateful we've got people like yourselves, who focus just on women, because it takes people like you, to change, the stigma around, and then we get more and more of you, and then others will follow suit. So we really do appreciate this platform, and we appreciate you giving us, the opportunity to, to come share our passions, and just have a chat, and be seen, and let people know what we do and that we matter. So we really do appreciate you.
You're making me blush right now because it just it's that lovely
Black men
accent.
don't blush.
We actually it's just hard, but we do get a little purple. But I do appreciate like we got here for your friend Lutu. She says this. She says, "Amazing interview, onward and upward to you. Reach for the stars." And that's good. That this is someone your good friend here supports you, and that's good. You have someone like her who's standing in your corner, standing by you, supporting you on your path. And I enjoy talking to you, ladies, because like I said, I've been a fan of you, ladies, for a long time. I've been followed by. I'm 49 years old. Been followed bodybuilding since I was a kid. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, those guys. I was, and also you ladies like people like Corey Everson, Linda Murray, Laura Cravath, Vicky Gates, those beautiful ladies that represent bodybuilding, and people like Andrea Shaw, Mela Ash, Sid Gillen, just amazing women who keep the sport going. That's why this is my channel, even though it's a small platform. And it's not too many of us who do this. Like myself, there's Didi on the Spot, the Female Bodyman channel. There's David, the Female Body Forum, my man KL the Wanderer. That's why he's not here today. And we love to give y'all ladies a platform because you deserve a platform. If you go to YouTube, there's 100,011 channels dedicated mostly to men, and they talk about the divisions like bikini and wellness because those divisions are more aesthetically pleasing to the mindset of the everyday public. But you ladies, you put
Yeah.
in just as much as work and time is, and you need the attention, you need the recognition. We got a couple more before we head out. This is from this is for your friends. She always says that. Oh, that's right. That's why I put that.
We
This is
did
from
that one
man
now.
Lawrence Perkins just came through. Says good morning, Zoe, George, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Lawrence, for coming through, brother. We're about to head out, and we hope for the best for all y'all. So, folks, as I said again, we'd like to thank Zoe for coming through. We appreciate her time. We wish her best of luck. We like to thank her friend here, Latuda, for coming through. Balls deep. My man Exegucci 2020, Exegucci 23, James Henry, AZ, all you who came through here and watched this video and this live stream, share, comment, subscribe, reach out to Zoe. If you are someone like that again, who's out there looking to sponsor an athlete who might need to get to the next level, you have the means of the way, reach out in genuine interest. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Anyway, thank you, ma'am. Best of luck to you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Same to you. And thanks to everybody. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you taking your time, and sit with us here. Love you all. Thank you.
She has a beautiful smile, don't she, guys? So anyway, folks, we really thank Zoe again, everybody who came through. Share, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media, support these ladies and men in the sport of bodybuilding. They can use it. This is my Alaway Dress page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't subscribe. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
We're out.